I'm invested in New York because I just love this city. My husband and I moved here in December 2015, and shortly thereafter, we bought our beautiful home. Our doors are open to our entire community. This home is is a welcome home for all the citizens of New York. We've hosted many things here on our front lot with our neighbors, um, to include all of our city. So when we bought the home, in September of 2016, it was because we wanted to live here in the city. We heard about the horrible taxes. We heard about some of the terrible stories and rumors that people started, but we didn't care about that. We wanted to make our home in New York City. That's what we wanted to do, and that's why we're here, and that's why I ran for city council, and now I serve as a councilman. So um, it's about giving back to your community. So that's why I'm invested in this great city. The way we got to York was because of a promotion that Rick got in his previous employer. And as we were making the move from Spokane, the West Coast, to York, I had already contacted elected officials because I wanted to get involved. Even before stepping foot in York, I wanted to be involved. I had reached out to the previous mayor. I had reached out to some community leaders, and I knew that I wanted to be involved with the city and give back. And then I had applied for the job at the baseball stadium as the director of premium services and catering with Legends Hospitality. So I interviewed for the job and I was offered the position. So our move to York was so smooth, and it was meant to be. And so we moved to York, and the rest is history. In December of 2017, the Spanish American Center closed its doors and became CASA, and we formed Latinos Unidos of York to engage and empower the Latino community in York City and York County. I've always had a love for the Latino community and for the communities in general that have been disenfranchised. Wherever I've lived, whether it was in Spokane or Laredo, Texas, or Camden, New Jersey, where I'm from, or Massachusetts, I've always had a love of the community, especially those without a voice. So when we moved to York, I got involved with the Latino community and with the community in general to see how I could help progress our community. So we created Latinos Unidos of York. I founded First Friday Latino here in York, and it was an idea that that's been happening in Lancaster for the past 10 years. And it's actually First Thursday we decided First Friday to engage and empower and galvanize the Latino community here in York. And that continues. I think they're going back to it in the warmer months. So it to me it's refreshing, and it comes from the heart to help the Latino community. And when you talk about the Latino community, you're just not talking about Puerto Ricans. You're talking about Dominicans and Mexicans, El Salvadorians, Guatemalans, Nicaraguans, those from Central and South America. And so you've got to be able to navigate all those different cultures, because even though we're most Spanish speaking, most of us are Spanish speaking, Puerto Ricans are naturalized U.S. citizens. Those from those other countries, our brothers and sisters from the other countries, aren't. So we need to respect that and embrace that, right? And defend it and protect those that are undocumented, those that are immigrants. So it in the Latino community, we're still different, and people need to realize that. So, and we have a lot to offer our community, all of us. So I think that's the beauty in being Latino in the Latino community. I am so honored and privileged to be able to serve the citizens of York, being the first Latino in over 20 years that has sat on council, that has been elected to this position, and being the first openly gay Latino ever in the history of York. And so I can also be a voice for the LGBTQ community, right? But I say that to say this. To me, is God's work. To have come to York 4 years ago, and in less than 3 years, because this is where this endeavor, this journey started, and to be able to reach the hearts of the people of York, to have elected me as their representative on city council, there's got to be a higher being. You know, we've had legends in this community that have aspired to be city council men and women, mayors, elected officials, and I was able to accomplish that. So this has been hard work. That's a complete investment of my time and hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into this community, and it's an honor and privilege for me to be able to be a voice for our citizens.